China has denied a German warship on a mission to the contested South China Sea entry into a harbor, a German Foreign Ministry spokesperson said on Wednesday. The ship involved is the frigate Bayern, the spokesperson told a news briefing but did not identify the Chinese harbor. The vessel set sail from Germany last month for a 6-month mission to the South China Sea. China has decided that it does not want a harbor visit, and we took notice of that, the spokesperson said. China's foreign ministry spokesman, Zhao Lijian, when asked about the incident, said that China hoped countries outside the region would play a constructive role and respect regional countries' efforts to maintain peace and stability. China attaches great importance to the development of an all-around strategic partnership between China and Germany, including cooperation between the two militaries, he said, speaking at a briefing in Beijing on Thursday. China's defense ministry has not responded to requests for comment. China claims almost all of the South China Sea and has established military outposts on artificial islands in the waters that contain gas fields and rich fishing. China's claims are contested in part by some of its neighbors including the Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia, and Brunei. The United States and some other countries have also said they do not accept the extent of China's claims in the South China Sea. Berlin has made it clear that the Bayern mission serves to stress the fact Germany does not accept China's claims, though officials have said the German Navy would stick to common trade routes. U.S. naval and air forces periodically conduct so-called freedom of navigation operations, or FONOPs, to challenge China's maritime claims in the South China Sea, where a third of global maritime trade transits each year. China has repeatedly denounced these freedom of navigation operations. The Global Times, part of China's official mouthpiece People's Daily, has also called the USS Carl Vincent's deployment provocative. This is the 6th time a U.S. aircraft carrier has been deployed in the South China Sea this year, but the first time with the advanced capabilities of the F-35C stealth fighter and the new CMV-22B Osprey tiltrotor aircraft, the Global Times noted. The paper quoted a Chinese military expert as warning that the Chinese army has been put on alert, and China is fully capable of and confident in dealing with such provocations. However, according to the commander of the Carl Vinson Strike Group, all our interactions thus far with the Chinese Navy have been professional and safe. As we sail around, we do have some escorts, but I haven't seen any aggressive maneuvering either on the sea or in the air that would give me concerns. An RFA review of ship tracking data showed that as the Carl Vinson passed through the southern part of the South China Sea, it was at one point about 50 nautical miles from the Haiyang Dizi-10, one of China's fleet of survey vessels that periodically conduct research in disputed waters. The area where the Haiyang Dizi was operating Sunday is within the 200 nautical mile exclusive economic zone of Indonesia. Jakarta does not regard itself as a party to the territorial disputes in the South China Sea, although Beijing claims historic rights to parts of that maritime region overlapping Indonesia's exclusive economic zone. Indonesia's Maritime Security Agency said on Tuesday that there had been no violation of shipping rules by the Haiyang Dizi. Maritime Security Agency spokesman Wisnu Pramandita said the Chinese survey ship was seen near the Tuna Natuna Block gas field on August 31. I don't know how long exactly it was there, but it had its automatic identification system on and could be monitored. There are no reports of disruptions from the rig. It was probably normal passage, Wisnu told. Indonesia requires foreign ships that are passing through the Indonesian archipelagic sea lane to turn on their AIS. Wisnu said Maritime Security Agency also monitored the presence of the USS Carl Vinson in the Indonesian exclusive economic zone but said he was not aware of any interaction with the Chinese vessel. Martin said that due to COVID-19 restrictions, it's unlikely that the USS Carl Vinson would be able to make any port call on its mission, but the aircraft carrier's open-ended deployment should show our partners and allies that we stand with them. He reiterated the U.S. commitment to defend South China Sea, claiming the Philippines should it come under attack, describing it as our oldest treaty ally in Asia. An armed attack against the Philippine Armed Forces, public vessels, or aircraft in the Pacific, including in the South China Sea, would trigger an obligation under the U.S. and Philippine Mutual Defense Treaty, Martin said. Philippine Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana was in Washington, D.C., last week to meet U.S. officials. According to a Philippine statement, both sides agreed to work on a bilateral maritime framework that advances cooperation in the maritime domain. Speaking at the Center for Strategic and International Studies think tank last Wednesday, Lorenzana said Manila was seeking to upgrade and update the U.S. alliance. He pressed for a clearer extent of American commitments under the treaty, which was signed by the two allies 70 years ago.